So welcome everybody, Nomad Boulevard, non-fungible people. This is going to be a really exciting space tonight because Nomad Boulevard pre-sale started yesterday. We were going to kind of drip it through the weekend and then do a public sale on Monday, but things got crazy, and um, yeah, I think that's going to go live during this Twitter Spaces. So we're getting very close, and it was important for us to kind of have NFP on this space with us tonight because this partnership has been really amazing. When we first met some of the team in Miami, it was really clear that core to our mission was inclusion and long-term roadmap and helping to build this new world together. So we've been rocking, and I'm excited to have NFP here. So Morgan, I think that's you, right?
Yep, hi. Nice to be here again. Thanks for having us back.
Of course. I'm hoping that this is going to be the second of many to come. Um, I've been hanging out in your Discord recently and absolutely, love the vibe and energy in the NFP Discord. And so many people from NFP have come through over to Nomad, and I've even noticed some NFP people in both of our Discords at the same time with us, kind of directing traffic. So that's been really fun.
I love that, and I appreciate how talented our community members are because I have a hard enough time going from different channels within the server as opposed to switching in between full servers. I'm just like I struggle. As we all know, I'm the technologically challenged one of the NFP group, so I appreciate there are others out there that can make it so easy and seamless.
I know exactly what you mean. And I remember when we first started Nomad, we were thinking, all right, well, we need to find, someone or some people that can help us mod the Discord, right? Because eventually, once we start getting the numbers up, we're going to need support. And some people that have done it before said, make sure that you wait until it organically just happens. And there will be people that really connect with your project and what you're doing and the team that will rise, and we're seeing that happen. We've got some people in the Nomad Boulevard community that I almost feel are family at this point that really have stepped up and that are Nomad, and I know you have the same thing.
Yeah, definitely. I like huge shout out to our community leader, Callie, and our mods. Like, they have just been phenomenal in this process. Like, we would not be where we are without them by any means.
So Morgan, let me ask you this. Where people are starting to show up, for the people that came here through Nomad that are not familiar with non-fungible people. I know you've had to do this a million times, but can you tell the room, what non-fungible people is all about, the people and the company behind NFP, and maybe talk about some of the announcements that have just happened over the past couple of weeks?
Sure, happy to. I love talking about that stuff, so that's something I can, can contribute to. Um, so non-fungible people is uh, a wow, let me start over. Non-fungible people is a 8,888 PFP collection of very stunning, powerful, self-expressive women and non-binary characters. And what's really unique about us is that in addition to the PFP that you get, you'll also get the 3D model that goes along with it. So you'll see, the PFP, but afterwards you'll also receive the 3D model, which you can then take into Blender or Maya or Cinema 4D, or you can use it in Unity and Unreal to do gaming. You can use it as your avatar in streaming in a Google Meets meeting or a Zoom meeting. And the company behind it is DAS 3D, and we've been around for over 20 years. And it's DAS 3D is a freemium 3D software, and so you can also use your PFP, I mean your NFP, too many little abbreviations. You can use your non-fungible person in DAS as well. And something that we'll be doing is we'll also be creating tutorials along with hosting additional workshops down the road so you can learn how to use your NFP in all these different areas. And again, I don't mean to beat a dead horse when I say I'm very technologically challenged, but if I can do this stuff, you guys can do it too, I promise, because we are in the process of testing some of them out, and I was getting to do a test of doing the NFP as my character in a Google Meet meeting, and I was freaking out because I was like, oh my goodness, I'm doing this. This is so exciting. Like, I can't wait to show it off to everybody. So, and going to the community has been phenomenal because the reason we launched with a women and non-binary focused collection for our first collection was because there was a white space, right? When we initially started planning this collection, there wasn't as big of a focus on these women focused collections. And so we really wanted to make this a very inclusive, very welcoming, very open space for anyone and everyone who wants to be a part of it. And whether that's, beginners in the NFT space, experienced NFT individuals, or in between. So the community itself has been extremely welcoming and extremely hands-on in as we've built this community. And not to call her out, but I saw Kirsten joined, and she is also on the NFP team. So if you're comfortable adding her as a speaker
Of
as
course.
well, she can give a lot of insight as to it as well, because she's worked on the art side along with just being a huge asset to everything that we've done. And I can see so many other people, so I don't want you to think that I'm not calling you out, but I see Sarah, Senator Greaves. I thought I saw Bull Pixie. I thought I saw a whole bunch of other people. But as I'm scrolling, I'm not seeing them. But I saw you all, and I appreciate you all being here because you're all awesome, and the community is absolutely amazing. And I know I talked about the mods at the beginning, but Callie, our community leader, is fantastic, and our mods, Amy and Easy and Cake One and Colin, and I know I'm forgetting people, and Sarah, and just everyone. Like, we wouldn't be where we are without the community, because the community is so important. And one other thing we've learned is, we from the beginning have been very authentic to who we are, and we haven't changed that. We've been very authentic, we've been very transparent, and I think that is key in launching any collection. And I realized I was fully rambling, so I'm just going to take a minute and pause and let you guys talk.
I mean, look, you can still hear the excitement in the way that you're talking about this, right? You sold out 8,888 NFTs, which in this climate, in this market, especially when the characters represent an underrepresented group in the community, the excitement carries through. And I've met a lot of different NFT projects and teams behind the projects, but I've happened to have met a bunch of people behind NFP and from the different partnering companies that have made this whole thing happen. It was a massive effort, So if anyone from the NFP team wants to request to come up here and say hello and tell us a little bit more about, your side of the project, would love to have you up here. So just request and I'll invite you instead of looking. We also have YVR Trader, who's on the stage. So YVR, Leon, he is a collector. He's an advocate for artists, both fine artists, photographers, musicians, and more. And YVR actually is the person that connected Nomad Boulevard and NFP in Miami at Art Basel. Literally and figuratively, all of the Lees, we would not all be in this room right this second together without YVR. So I just want to say hello, and maybe kind of intro yourself and say hello, and I'm going to bring Kirsten up. Sorry.
Danny, I appreciate the nice warm welcome. No, I mean, it's a pleasure. I mean, when you're involved in two quality, fantastic projects, Nomad Boulevard and Non-Fungible People, to me, it just makes a lot of sense to bring together two communities that are going to have a lot of synergies going forward. So I'm more than happy to do that, and I couldn't be happier for both of your projects. They're both doing extremely well, and I mean, one thing, Morgan, I'd love to ask you. I'm curious who's behind all your partnerships. I mean, what you guys have accomplished pre-reveal partnership wise, stunning. I mean, come on, like whoever's doing that in your guys' office, pat on the back. My God.
Thank you. It's definitely been a team effort. I know you guys have talked with Nate and Preston and other people on our team. So it's definitely been a huge team effort. And uh, I can't say enough good things about our team. It's been so fun. And um, you said it earlier when you can hear the excitement in my voice. I'm just so I really am still so excited, and I'm counting down until Tuesday for the reveal, and I just can't wait to see what everyone gets and all the excitement and everything else we have planned. And I'm so excited for you guys. Your pre-sale is doing fantastic, and I'm so happy for you guys, and so happy to be here as part of your pre-sale Twitter space. And kudos to Nomad Boulevard. This project's awesome.
I really appreciate it. It's wild to think that I guess 24 hours ago, I sent you a message. I guess let me tell a story really quick. So a couple of weeks ago, NFP and Nomad Boulevard, we put together a POAP that represented a partnership and alignment of two projects that want to support each other. And it had the Nomad Boulevard logo and the NFP logo, and it was a POAP that anyone who is a holder of an NFP could go and claim in the Nomad Boulevard Discord. And with this POAP, we were going to be raffling pre-sale spots or giving out pre-sale spots for the Nomad Boulevard Mint that's been happening this weekend, as well as raffle NFT fine art. And what happened was there was a little bit of a delay with the POAPs because everyone loves POAP, and there was a delay in getting them out. And because of that, we were super delayed in letting the people know who were able to get on the mint that they could go ahead and mint during our pre-sale. And so I reached out to Morgan and Preston and YVR and Nate and all of the people over at the team and said, look, we'd love to find a way to make sure people at NFP know that, they're welcome at Nomad Boulevard, that, we'd love to cross-pollinate these communities. Within 30 minutes, there were multiple emails and phone calls, people CC'd, going back and forth on copy, quick strategy on how to message in Discord, Google Forms. It was really, really amazing to see everyone kind of rally together. And then Morgan, you said something in an email to me that was like, look, we just went through this. We just went through our selling of the project, and so we're here. We got you, and it just speaks the world of the team behind this project. And so last night, a bunch of us were up all through the night, just meeting people from NFP that were coming through from your Discord to the forum over to us, asking questions, getting to know us, and I'm really, really excited that a meaningful percentage of the nomads are also NFP. Really, really excited about it, and just want to personally thank you, Morgan and Preston, Nate, YVR, everyone. I think we're right here in this moment because of your support. So really appreciate it.
Of course, we were so happy to be a part of it, and um, I was glad I know we flooded your Discord the first time when we sent the pull up sign up out. So I'm glad this went a little smoother and there was no bombarding.
No, it was perfect. We were ready this time. And I'm gonna ask J-Ro, who's on stage in a second. Essentially our creative CTO, the person who is, overseeing the team that worked on our Web3 smart contract website design, all of that. That he's also been kind of tracking our progress against our pre-sale and public sale. So, Jared, I want you to say hello, introduce yourself to the group and give us an update on where things are at. Because I think we're gonna, I think we're getting close here.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's great to be up here. Just want to thank you guys again for all the support from NFP. I've had so much fun over the last 48 hours communicating with your community, everyone, who comes into our Discord has so many nice things to say. You guys appreciate, good art, good community, just positive vibes all around. So thank you again for that. The pre-sale has gone astonishingly well. Our intention, we have a 3,500 collection. We were planning on doing our pre-sale basically, all weekend. And of the 3,500, we are closing in on 3,400 sold. So the pre-sale is about to sell out. I'm looking at Etherscan now, and we're getting ready to push the public sale. So one thing that was important to us is making sure that this community is inclusive and that the broader community would have an opportunity to join Nomad Boulevard. So we will be updating everyone in a few minutes here when you can go and mint. It's up to 5 NFTs per wallet at 0.1. So yeah, thank you all for the support. Stay a while.
Yes, stay a while. We think you'll like it here. And also just heard from the team while J-Ro was speaking. So, we're going live with our public sale now. So we're going to start that with you live in the Twitter space. And we're going to pin something in a second. Basically going to pin this space. So something to just kind of help bring more attention and awareness to both of our projects and communities. We're going to be doing a giveaway so for those of you who don't know Claire Salvo, she's one of the featured artists for Nomad Boulevard. She has a lot of different styles, and she makes incredible portraits with ballpoint pens. And one of her signatures is actually painting faces on dollar bills. So we'll post something up a little bit later for you to check out the collection. But we have a dollar bill where the face is a painted nomad. And we have the physical dollar bill painted in frame. It's framed, and we're going to send the physical, to someone in this room. And you have to be an NFP holder. You have to be a Nomad Boulevard holder. You have to retweet the post. You have to add a few friends, and you need to make sure you're following at Nomad Boulevard and Non-Fungible People. And I know that's a lot. I just said 14 things, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to do the contest. And after everyone does that, if we can sell the project out in this room in the next hour or so, whoever's in the room and has done everything is going to win that from Claire Salvo. There may be something else too. I'm just waiting to get confirmation of another giveaway we might do as well. So we're going to have fun tonight. Public sale. We're live. We started this yesterday, and it looks like this is going to happen the next day. So really excited about it. And I'm just checking with the team right now on where we're at with the numbers, but let's go to Isabelle. So this project, the majority of the art is all based on the artwork of Isabelle Lago, who is a street artist from Los Angeles. Isabelle, would love you to say hi and tell people your story, how we connected, how it started.
Hey everyone. So I met Danny a little while back. I was one of those artists who was curious about NFTs, but was procrastinating and a little bewildered on how to get into it. I started out, painting as a painter, selling my oil paintings and doing murals of this character. About 10 years ago that started. And it's been a journey, painting this character on different walls, from businesses to residential homes, to the streets of LA. I also have experience painting digitally because I work in animation. So I was like, yeah, I do want to do this digital version of the character that I love and have been with for so long. And Danny and I originally were talking about just doing a collaboration. This whole project was not even in the realm of our possibility in our minds. It kind of happened organically. And I mean, to be honest, the character for me, it just made so much sense in this sort of format for this project as kind of a PFP meets fine art. Each of the assets I painted myself. and we got help with the generating process. But the painting process was definitely laborious, and but really fun and amazing, and also like very cool for me as an artist to see combinations that I may not have thought of, as an artist who's kind of like overcritical of their work sometimes. So that was a really cool experience. Um, and yeah, and then just getting to collaborate with 15 of the most amazing artists in the space. In our space the other day, Hero Machine was asking, we had Gabe Weiss and Sabette in the room, and he was asking them like who they'd want to collaborate with. And he asked me the same question. And I'm like, I can't answer that because I literally just got to collaborate with 15 of the artists that I would want to collaborate. And it just happened. And I'm so lucky to have gotten that opportunity. And then I'm also like super thrilled to be here with NFP because they were the first project that I had the chance to collect myself. Thanks to one of the members on our team, being Stematic, for getting me in on that and opening me up to that project, because it's like I'm just so proud. Like it really is a special thing to be like, oh, I'm in, like for the very first time. And because I as much as I've been in this space kind of for the past 6 months, it's been mostly creating the work for Nomad. So I'm really, really excited to start like diving into the investment part into other projects, and all these partnerships and everything is really awesome to me. So that's phase 2 for myself as an artist in this journey. But yeah, that's did I leave anything out, Danny?
No, I mean, yeah, I think that's a good segue to just remind people that 3,300, so 3,350 of the 3,500 are Isabelle's character, with over 100 assets that Isabelle hand painted. I mean, I know for a fact no one has spent longer digitally painting traits for a project in the NFT space than you. So I know that. But also, we have 150 pieces that are part of the collection that are our special edition featured artist pieces. So they're 15 10 of 10s by 15 of my favorite artists in the world. Some of them are in the room with us: Brian Morris, Luther Brown, Wes Henry, Chantel Martin, Gabe Weiss, Alice Sabet, Claire Salvo, Shanae Benjamin, Yuko Shimizu, Amanda Oleander, Mr. Melty, Alio Siren. I know I'm forgetting a few names, but all of them are so unique in their style and in their voice. Something that was very important to Isabelle, myself, and the rest of the Nomad Blvd team was to make sure that representation was, thought through before we reached out to artists. So 50% of the artists on the Nomad Blvd project are women. Over 50% identify as being part of a historically excluded group or an underrepresented group. In doing so and being strategic in that way, it really it allows for you to have less blind spots as an organization and be more inclusive, and we're all richer as a result of that. So these 150 pieces are going to be revealed. All of the pieces are going to be revealed in about 2 weeks. So I think NFP, you'll beat us on your reveal. So let's celebrate the NFP reveal first, then we'll celebrate the Nomad Blvd reveal. And someone is going to exchange their mint pass for a Nomad, and it might be a Brian Morris, or it might be a Luther or a Chantel, or one of Isabelle's, various different versions. I think it's going to be one of the most fun reveals. So we're really excited about that. And later in the conversation, we're going to talk more about what we're building in phase 2 for Nomad, and how we're going to make sure that this community prospers and prospers with us. But first, I want to say hello to Kirsten, part of the NFP team. Kirsten, say hello. Tell us a little bit about what you do, and what did we miss? What did Morgan leave out?
I don't think Morgan left a thing out, but I have to upfront apologize because I have a puppy who, for some reason, is whining right now to play with toys. So I apologize if you hear some whining in the background. He's just super excited about Nomad Blvd and NFP reveals, both of them, and he just can't get enough. I don't know. I think what's interesting for me is I'm pretty new to Daz. I've been there for a year and a half. I work on the art team, so I work with all of our creators who create the art that you see on our store, which is such a cool opportunity. I've spent most of my career working in studios, working for other people, and a lot of these people work for themselves, and it's so cool to see them be able to be creative and to create what they want. And we've been able to take that art and create NFPs and in an inclusive manner. And one of the things that I appreciate so much about Daz is we really, really value inclusion and diversity, and not just in a way that is tokenism and, hey, let's just insert this here because it's going to look good for the company. We do it and we mean it. And it's pretty awesome. We try to represent what the world actually is in our art and our characters and environments, and I absolutely love it. And I'm super, super excited to see. I own myself, I bought, so I'm excited about the reveal because, like Morgan and other people on this call, I get to see all of the test ones coming up and being like, oh my God, I want that one. And I am just like Morgan, that every single one of them is a new favorite. So if you own, I'm super excited for you. I don't think any of them are going to be disappointing. It's just, yeah, it's overwhelmingly exciting.
And Kristen, it's nice to see a fellow Vancouverite here as well. So welcome.
Yeah, are you in Vancouver? Oh yeah, YVR Trader. There you go.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm in West Van, so I'm nearby.
Oh, I grew up in West Van.
Cool.
Yes, it is my old haunting grounds. My mom is still there. I am downtown, but I love Vancouver. It's pretty awesome.
So when is the reveal for NFP? Do you have a date yet?
Yes, we do. Reveal is Tuesday, the
What?
18th. Yeah, so in what, 3 days, or I guess 2 days if you don't count today. Tuesday the 18th at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Unreal.
I
So,
know. We're very excited. We're also hosting a reveal AMA on Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern. So in our Discord. So if there are any questions about our reveal or anything you last minute questions you might have ahead of reveal, we're hosting an AMA in our Discord on Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern. And then Tuesday before reveal, we're having a countdown to reveal DJ party in our Discord with DJ Tropics. Tropics Music will be hosting and throwing all the beats down, and you're all welcome to join in the party on Tuesday. That's at 2 p.m. Eastern, and then the reveal will be followed at 6 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday.
very exciting. I'm very excited to see my NFP revealed. I know Isabelle is as well. I know YVR is as well, and he's going to have to scroll a lot because he's not going to be able to see all of his reveals on one page. So really quickly, everyone, if you look up at the pinned tweet, Brandon, remind me which one we're having people share, the first one or the second?
We were going to put one up now about Claire Salvo, but we can also have everyone just retweet the space. So the first tweet.
All right. So if everyone goes to the first tweet up there, retweet this at your friends, follow Nomad Boulevard, follow Non-Fungible People, and if you own a Nomad Boulevard Mint Pass and you own an NFP, excluding the people that work for either of those two companies, so I'm ineligible, we're going to do that Claire Salvo giveaway. I've also been DM'd by some people that want to participate in the giveaway tonight as well, to bring as much awareness as possible to kind of both of our projects and the excitement. So we'll focus on the first giveaway, and then after we do that, there are going to be some more as well. So it should be a fun night. I'm looking right now. I see we've got 120 people in the room. I think if we get to 200, we just do the giveaway then. J-Ro, where are we at right now on the public sale? J-Ro. All right, while we're waiting for him, I brought up a 420 Peacemaker. I know you from Discord and Twitter DMs and Twitter Spaces, but nice to say hello to you on the stage. How are you? Am I rugged?
No,
I
you're
can
good.
hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay, so I'm just
Hello. Oh, so
hello. How are
sorry for
you?
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm good.
Is there
Hello,
anything
everyone.
that you wanted to say, or anything you wanted to add to the conversation?
Oh no, nah, not really.
Okay. Well,
It's
thanks for
just I'm
being
excited to be a part of Nomad Boulevard and non-fungible people.
amazing. Really appreciate you being a part of it, and please make sure to enter the giveaway by retweeting and adding some friends at top. Okay.
Yeah, I've already done that.
Amazing. All right. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
J-Ro, any update on public sale?
The suspense is killing me.
I know, right?
I think he dropped Danny.
I think he dropped too. Okay, we'll find out in a second. Someone else requested to come up on stage. So this is Jason Swain. So we're going to add Jason, ask him to say hello, and then I'm going to find out what's going on. Jason, how are you?
Oh, I'm blessed beyond measure. I just wanted to say, as a collector and then also someone in the community of a fellow project, the Animal Kingdom collection, that I appreciate the code and the contract and how you kept gas fees down. That was amazing to mint 4 or 5 and see a 0.01 gas fee. Totally amazing. Doesn't happen that often. So thank you for spending time in detail in that.
And what I have to give credit to a bunch of people, but I'll start with J-Ro, who who's built an incredible team of designers, devs, Web3, blockchain tech, everything. It's been unbelievable watching them build this out over the past 5 months. And one of the reasons why we did our pre-sale in January versus November is because we knew that we needed to wait to figure that piece out. So really appreciate that compliment. We don't hear that a lot, and really appreciate it. And also, yeah, Bitcoinsky, another Web3 guru in the space, has also leaned in and helped. And we've just had some great supporters. So thanks for coming up. Really appreciate that, Jason. Want to say hello to Third Eye Visuals.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Great to be here. Shout out to Nomad, shout out to non-fungible people. Glad to be here. We're all so early in this space. Everyone that is here in this space right now, no matter what, if you own any of these NFTs, as long as you're listening, you're probably going to make it. So congratulations. I'm just so excited in just the forward momentum in general and how everything is going, especially with the NFPs and these actual metaverse ready avatars. And they're going to be some of the first ones that are actually going to come forth and actually give through what they promise, and then we have the Nomad, which are well known in California. And I'm super excited about this project. It's very exclusive, only 3,500 NFTs. That's massive. That's huge. So very, very glad to be part of both of these projects. Thanks for giving me a floor. I'd love to hear some topics, questions of the crowd, and I'll start to give input from there. I don't want to just start dragging on. So cheers.
Awesome. Thanks for coming up. I really appreciate it. Let's go next to Lowbrow Native. Hi, Lowbrow. How are you? All right, we'll give Lowbrow another minute. So we've added Senator Greaves to the stage, aka Wes. Really, I always say this every time we're in a room together, but this is someone who is part of the Nomad Boulevard family and community, part of the NFP family and community, works behind the scenes, also is an amazing independent artist. He just fits squarely at the intersection of all of the people in this room. Wes, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
I mean, we're doing great. I just got a text from the team that we went from, I think, just over 200 nomads left out of 3,500, and I think we're now down to 89.
Oh yeah,
so they're moving very quickly. We're obviously very excited.
exciting night. I'm glad it's happening live as well.
So, hey Wes, how are you, buddy?
Hey Leon, how are you, man?
I'm good. I'm good. Can I tell that story again? Because Danny, I know you guys kind of said thank you to me for connecting, but all of this would not have been possible without Senator Greaves, because Wes is the one that connected me to the NFP team in Miami. So hats off to you, Senator, for making all this happen. Otherwise, we all would probably wouldn't be in this room together tonight if it wasn't for you.
Oh, it was my pleasure. It's a match made in heaven. It's the perfect dynamic duo, really. I mostly we just wanted to get on and congratulate everybody on both sides. It's kind of my my worlds colliding here in a really good way. Impending sellout with Nomad, sold out NFPs. I mean, 2022. Am I right?
It's going to be a big year. I know our team at Nomad is going to roll their eyes when I say this, so they can just kind of not listen for a second, because I say this in every space. What's mind blowing to me is that there are less than 1 million active wallets that own NFTs on OpenSea. So less than 1 million people, I think it's less than 500,000, are buying NFTs on OpenSea. On Coinbase, there are over 60 million people that trade cryptocurrency. Coinbase is going to be launching an NFT marketplace in the near future, and over 60 million people who are trading crypto are going to be able to easily buy into the NFT space without having to kind of, run through walls or have that extra hurdle, or figuring out how to transfer money from MetaMask to here and to there. And so I think that while 2021 was a major year, a booming year, billions of dollars, and, so many different artists and creators connecting and, building this new world. I think 2022 is going to be absolutely wild. And I think the fact that our projects and our communities and teams have been able to get as far as we've gotten before that next big wave and craze, just feel so grateful and buckle up. I mean, am I saying it's
Buckle up.
right? It's going to be wild.
It's gonna be wild. I salute all of you guys. I mean, I'm a full supporter right now. I mean, I'm all for the metaverse, so I'm establishing myself and my team in the metaverse. So I don't have an NFT project or anything. So you guys are doing great. I support you guys fully. I own 3 nomads. I own 9 NFPs waiting for the 10th for the drop. We're all for it. We're going strong. And like I said, if you're even listening, even if you don't own anything, you are early. It's like 1% of the population is even involved in this stuff. And then like he was like was it Hero Mac? Like he was saying, once Coinbase gets involved, it's going to open up for everyone whole new doors, and then they're going to get their family members involved because it's going to be easier access in general. And you're going to have to hop through these hoops and do these things, do these swaps and go from the main net to the poly net or whatever you're doing. Yeah, it's gonna be wild. Hang on tight. Hopefully you got a upgraded seat, the drop seats, and some upgraded seat belts because it's gonna get wild.
I'm tracking every word that you're saying. I feel like, I feel like the two of us are on the exact same boat on this one. And what's going to be exciting is it's all going to unfold so quickly. Every day there's going to be a new announcement. Every week there's going to be a new major strategic partnership announced. Every month there's going to be, a game-changing person to enter the space and to shift it in a different direction. And what I think is really cool about the communities we're cultivating is that we're going to be able to experience it together. We're going to be able to lean in as a community and raise our hands and vote or say, look, it sounds like there's a need here, or what about this idea? People are going to be able to volunteer at the things that energize them, where they have certain skill sets. And all of a sudden, we're going to see these projects, especially the ones that are going to stand the test of time, turn into real companies that are innovating. And they're going to be innovating by leveraging the talent that have purchased the NFTs and leaned in. It's a
Yep.
whole different way of thinking about this, and we're here
So
for it.
I want to let you guys lean on me real quick. So like I said, I'm all about the metaverse. We got about 600 plus gatherings strong in Decentraland. And we own private land. We own a venue. We hold events all the time. If you guys ever want to throw a live event with some live performances, stream live, let me know. DM me. I got a very, very, very nice venue. It's top notch, very creme de la creme. And we can host some live streams of some whatever you want to do. You want to do comedy night, you want to do disco night, whatever. But we can showcase your projects. We can do whatever. Let me know. Let's go. Let's get the eyes on.
Let's do it. We will definitely talk offline about that. Is the venue by any chance on the corner of Nomad Boulevard?
I don't believe so, but honestly, it is on a freaking corner, bro. It is right on it's got the main view on two sides of a walkway, so we can make it Nomad Boulevard.
I would love to go to this event with, all of the people from NFP and Nomad Boulevard. And as we're about to walk in with our avatars, we look over and there is a wall with murals from Senator Greaves and Isabelle and Brian and Luther. By the way, in these rooms now, these Twitter spaces we're hosting, I just start to scroll down and look at people and I just see dozens of artists, like people that I would have never in a million years expected to just be joining us and being a part of this. It's unbelievable. But I'd love to do some sort of Nomad Boulevard in the metaverse. We've talked about it a lot. We've also started to think a lot about metaverse assets and functionality and capability, and really getting excited about a near future conversation with the team behind NFP, to see how we can partner and bring emotion and motion to Isabelle's characters that she's been developing for 10 years. So let's definitely talk offline. I'm here for it. I'm excited. Really, thanks for jumping on stage and participating. I hope you stay up here with us tonight.
Of course. Any questions anyone has, I'm always here.
Awesome. So we brought up Sarah Hodsden. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly.
Oh, Josh, just call me Sarah. I'm actually talking to you from a hotel room, and I just wanted to say congratulations. This is such a huge moment. It's a huge moment for the Nomad group. It's a huge moment for NFPs, but I wanted to let you guys all in on a secret, kind of. I'm on a college campus here in Houghton, Michigan, way up top in Michigan Technological Institution. And it was really fascinating in talking with some of the professors. You guys were trailblazers here. And I don't think, you wrap the noodle around that concept that in 2022, 2023, things are going to change so much. I mean, in order to have, let's say, a computer science degree now, you actually have to have a financial literacy in NFTs and crypto assets. The business plans that these kids are creating in the, if you want a degree in, let's say, business finance or anything like that, they're including NFTs. They're also including for people that are visual artists or musicians or just any number of things, including writers. They have to have a financial literacy in NFTs. Why is that? Because the blockchain is so crazy amazing for creatives. It is a guaranteed way that your work is protected as a digital notary. And I'm just so proud of this project specifically. Isabelle, if I ever meet you in real life, I owe you coffee. Your art inspires the very best in people. It brings joy. And it brings light and levity, to sometimes a dark world. So having this kind of partnership is just, it's so cool, and the communities are so awesome, and you look at all of these things happening, and I can't help but just be grateful. This deep seated indebtedness to this community, to these wonderful people who give so selflessly of their knowledge, and they want to equip other people with the skill set to be profitable, to profit from their work and their labor, and to have meaningful work, which is something that I think is discounted so much. We chase the dollar, for a job, but meaningful work, and to be able to earn a living creating something that is your voice. One of the things about NFPs in general is how diverse the group is, but it gives representation to people who have never seen themselves in this space, or in the digital realm, and it's really powerful. I sat in and watched a bunch of young people today, and knowing that they're going to be learning about this space, but they're also going to be populating this space with people like you, makes me so happy, because I've never met such beautiful souls and good humans in my entire life. I've only been in the community for 2.5 months, and I consider them my family, an extension. And so I'm raising a glass to you in the middle of a hotel room. I'm wishing you crazy, amazing success. I could not be more proud of you. And the moment that you sell out, it's going to be that giddy laughter heard around the world, because you know what? We're from every single time zone. So you guys keep shining. I'm going to turn off the microphone. I love you guys all. And thank you for including me in part of that, and for being a part of my extended family. I'm so grateful. So you guys keep shining, and I'll turn off the mic.
Damn, Sarah, every time you speak, you almost bring me to tears. The last time I heard you
Wow.
speak. The last time I heard you speak was on a Discord channel on the NFB, and wow.
I was just gonna say the same thing. Like I have to give a huge shout out to Sarah. She's been on every Twitter space, every Discord AMA, everything, and just so truly supportive. And not to call you out, Sarah, but I saw on Twitter today that someone close to you also received a fun scholarship at the tech conference. So I just want to say congrats to her, and just thank you for being such an amazing part of our community. You are fantastic.
I love you to the moon and back. You do know. I don't know if you guys know, in this community, a lot of the kids hiding and lurking, especially in the NFP group, are high schoolers. They're robotics kids. A lot of them are from Flint, and a lot of them have never experienced upward mobility. And yeah, my daughter, she was a leading scholar finalist, and she had to present today, and it was amazing. But what was so amazing is how many of her robotics team members were also there. And they were also receiving accolades and awards that they never thought that they would be able to have. And part of that is because of women in STEM and women in tech. I think anytime someone is brave enough and courageous enough, they summon whatever it is inside of them to come forth and build something that will outlast you. is powerful. And as artists, that's what you're doing. You're planting orchards that you'll never see. They're going to bear fruit and feed generations that we will never see. And that's why it's so amazing. We can't silo off the information that we know, hoard it away. You just kind of squirrel it away. You can't do that. You have to transfer your skills and transfer what it is you know. These kids sat today sharing information and sharing in projects. It wasn't, competition, it was co-opetition. You are cooperating in a competitive environment, but everybody's going to make it. And that's what's so powerful about these places now. Yeah, we're all buying an NFT. We're all hoping that it, goes to the moon, whatever. But we're helping everybody else. We're not, kicking them down on their ladders. Each one of us has our own ladder, and we've each built it up, and we have this ability to pull people up with us. And that is so freaking cool. And so, yeah, it has been a wonderful day. And you guys are amazing because you're inspiring people that you have no idea you're inspiring. And every day you show up and show your bravery and share your knowledge, you are equipping and enabling the next generation. And that's really powerful. So, yeah, I'm really grateful today. You guys rock. And I'm just so thankful for you. So, yep, keep shining, keep shining.
Thank you, Sarah. I'm so happy to have connected with you here. I'm blown away by that description of this space. Because it is kind of like for me, still difficult to comprehend and put into words. And I just agree 100% with everything that you said. And I love that kind of positive point of view on it all, because that's certainly where we're coming from. So thank you so much. That was beautiful. Thank you. And we're so happy to have you here. And I'd love to keep chatting with you offline.
Anytime, princess, anytime. I love you to the moon and back. You have a
Cheers.
great night. Bye-bye, sweetie.
Sarah, I don't even know how to follow that. So this is me winging it and following that.
I know, right? It's so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you're talking instead of me because I was like, I don't know what to say. That was just such a good feel-good moment. I have nothing else to say.
I would like to add, Sarah, that your daughter is one lucky girl to have you as her mom.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm all of your moms, by the way. You just don't know that. You're all invited for Christmas. I've already, set up the cookies and everything else. I'm just, anytime you have a bad day, just call me up. I won't wear the gold lame spandex and do a little cheerleading dance for you, but I will make you cookies. And I will tell you, it's really easy to believe in people who choose to use their talents for good. And that's what you guys are doing. I mean, Kristen, let's call a spade spade. I don't know if anybody's watched all the videos and things like that. The talent that is running through this group, Isabelle, you're sharing your artwork. That's a level of bravery that, and I know sometimes you discount that, but as an artist, that's what happens. But having the ability to tell a story is powerful because that's what connects us to the timeline of history, right? History doesn't care about us. It doesn't give a whit about how we feel or anything else. What attaches us to the timeline in meaningful ways is how we touch other people and how we use our skills and our talents to tell other people's stories. NFTs are just a story. I mean, what we're doing is we're locking them into the blockchain, and we're locking them in such a way that our posterity is preserved and it can't be altered. And that's really, really important because, things can be muddied, especially now, what's true, what's not true. 100 years from now, they're going to be able to see this art and they're going to hear these stories that you have to tell. And that's why we're here. It's not just, boosting each other up and everything else. Yes, but behind every single NFT is a story. And a hope that is attached to that. You know, I spent a lot of time in both of these communities, just kind of lurking and things like that. But the ability to change your stars by buying an NFT that starts as, point what, 0.05 ETH, and all of a sudden it's like 113 ETH. That ability to change someone's stars like that is life changing. And when you look at all of these names scroll by, these are real human beings with real hopes and dreams. And, I look at the NFP collection, and they're more than that, because for the first time, you've got a character with dreadlocks that looks like one of my kids, and they've never seen themselves depicted in art that way that is so meaningful. I mean, can you imagine a little girl with dreads in her hair, and for the first time someone says, "Yeah, you're worth 113 ETH," and she's like, wow, it's really a profound moment. And to see all of that and the hard work, it's just incredible, and it's really humbling, because how long did it take you to draw all these things, Isabelle? I mean, what were you thinking when you were drawing them, and who are you trying to make sure had a voice in the timeline of history? It's the same as the creative team behind the NFPs. They have these sneak peeks that filter through, and oh my gosh, I get so giddy, because I'm like, oh, what are they going to do next? I want a robot, I want a samurai, I have my laundry list of all my badass women that I need to have, right? Just like, the hoarding digital assets at Daz. I'm trying to teach myself this. I don't know how to use them, but I have to have a dragon. I mean, it's just so silly. But it's one of those things that you look at and you say, what do I need to tell a story? What do I need to tell someone else's story in a meaningful way? What do I need to tell a story so that no one else forgets? That's what we're doing right now. And it could be your part of this story is to purchase something, is to purchase an NFT and support these people. Or it could be, I'm going to be a part of the community, and I'm going to help build these communities. Each one of us plays a role. We don't know what it is necessarily, or how it's going to, play out in the big picture. But yeah, so it's really kind of cool, that you sit back and you watch people use their talents and draw things out from people, and people naturally shine. It's almost like each one of us is this giant refrigerator, right? And your art, we're sticking on our refrigerator. It's just hanging out there with the macaroni and the glitter, that you have from a little kindergartner. And it just shines, it beams, because people walk into your kitchen and they say, oh my gosh, you have my picture, my art on your wall? Heck yeah, because I'm proud of you. And so, I'm proud of this group. I'm proud of the communities that you guys have created. There's a handful of these communities that are stunning. And I don't think people really wrap their head around it. We were at the Consumer Electronics Show. These communities are the value proposition. I don't think people remember that, but we are the value proposition. The communities are bringing more to the table. They're teaching, their education, they're, a hand that holds you to make sure that you don't sell too early or you get scammed. I mean, that kind of attention economy requires a community that cares about each other. And I know that there are people in that the NFP community that I could actually call on the phone and say, hey, I want to go out for coffee, or you need help, or I need help. They're family now. They're not just names scrolling in a Discord channel. So, when I see Senator Greaves' art, it means something to me, because I know that Wes made it. If I see Isabelle's art, it means something to me because I know who made it. And I know that their heart is there, and I see the fingerprints even in the digital art, So yeah, I love you guys. And thank you so much for thinking of Abby today. She's a young member of our group, and it's really cool because she's one of those women that are in tech, and she's there because you guys gave her representation. So, you're empowering people you don't even know. And it's really, it touches your heart, So yeah, there it is.
Well, Sarah, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming to the stage and sharing everything. Part of me feels like you are, just one of us, and part of me feels like you just finished a TED Talk. And that's the only way I know how to give you that compliment. So just real quick, I want to just shift quickly because I'm watching text messages fly in. It looks like of the 3,500 mint passes, it looks like there are 3 left. So if we can
Yeah.
Let's
all just,
go.
raise a fist or 100, we are almost sold out. Unreal. Absolutely unreal. We're at 3. I'm just waiting for it to happen. This is super crazy. What are we doing right now? We're counting down the sales of non-fungible tokens that are attached to artwork, and this is not something that I thought about, or Isabelle thought about, or all of us thought about when we first came together to form Nomad, which is just so crazy. So Brandon, Brandy, while we're waiting for the last couple to be sold, can you just remind the group about how to win this giveaway that we're doing to celebrate the sellout?
Yeah, absolutely. So I apologize. The pin tweet went up and down, up and down. So there's a new one up there now. It is with the Claire Salvo Nomad Bill picture. And to enter, you must be following Nomad, following non-fungible people, retweet that specific tweet, and tag 3 friends, and we'll pull a winner. And then if you haven't seen Claire's video of her making them, which are just so incredible, they're mesmerizing. We'll be posting that as well, of a different version, but the one that you see in this tweet is the one that you will be winning.
All right, amazing. So please go ahead and take advantage of that. Add some friends, get them in here. We're going to be talking about a lot of stuff this evening, especially about celebrating this project and, making the Nomad Boulevard community even more aware of NFP. And they've got an amazing reveal coming up on Tuesday. I removed a few people from the stage so that we can bring up some people from the Nomad team. I'd love them to be up on stage while we, cross the finish line. So I've invited Punk Actual, who's been an incredible Twitter Spaces host for us, also an incredibly talented artist as well. Joso, who's up here, one of our founding members of Nomad, so we're really happy to have him up.
Yo,
I'm going to invite Punk
yo!
again. What's going on, Joso?
How you doing,
All right,
Hero?
so hold on a second. We're sold out.
Let's fucking go!
Congratulations, bud. Congratulations
Well
to the whole
done,
team.
Nomad. That's awesome.
Congratulations. We're so happy we could be here to celebrate with you. The feeling is amazing. So enjoy it, bask in it. Congrats to you all. That's fantastic.
So awesome. Congrats, everyone. I just got mine, so I'm excited that I got it before it sold out.
Danny.
I also just want to say huge congratulations to Danny and Hero here. The guy has been putting in weeks and weeks of countless hours, staying up all night. He really is the hero we all need, but don't deserve.
Totally agree. Could not agree more.
So what do we do to celebrate?
I don't
Party
even
in
know what to
Hollywood?
say. Speechless.
All right, I think the team is preparing the soundtrack from a movie called Rudy. So that there may be some music coming in a second. Thanks, Joso and Isabelle. Isabelle, I'm just gonna do something. I'm gonna read a message that I sent to Isabelle in DMs at the beginning of the summer. So I was driving with my wife, Allison, and as you can see from my PFP, I have a Bored Ape as my profile pic, which I keep rocking even to this day because it really represents a moment in time and kind of an experience this past year that means a lot. And one of the things I wanted to do is hire someone to draw a mural of this Bored Ape on a wall. And I remember that my wife, Al, who's an interior designer, hired someone to do a mural of a gorilla at a startup office. And, you know, gorilla, ape, it just felt right. So I reached out and I said this. I'm going to read this word for word. Hi, Isabelle. I'm Daniel. My wife, Allison, is an interior designer and worked with you about 7 to 8 years ago on some office space. I've always been a big fan of your gorillas, especially the one on Pico near Fairfax. I've become very involved in the NFT space over the last year, and there's a specific project I'd like to speak with you about. If you're interested, I'd love to invite you for coffee to discuss, or we can start with a call or Zoom. If now isn't good timing, all good, and I wish you the best. Isabelle writes back, Hi, Daniel. Sounds great. I've been interested in the NFT space. Let's meet for coffee. Also happy to do a call if that's more convenient. I'm in the Culver area. Let me know your availability. Thanks for reaching out, and say hi to Allison. Little did I know that that coffee, which wasn't really a coffee because we didn't drink coffee, but that kind of meetup outside in that little courtyard area of that cafe would turn into this moment, you know, 6, 7, 8 short months later. I'm just kind of sitting here just in disbelief. Um, I'm just gonna mute Joso. Looks like Joso's already partying. We might have to meet up later. So I think back to that conversation, and you know, I think everyone knows when you meet someone, sometimes you hit it off, sometimes you don't, sometimes there's that chemistry, sometimes there isn't. I just kind of knew from day one that creatively, and from a business perspective that, you know, she was someone I wanted to partner with. And at the beginning, we thought about, all right, well, let's help Isabelle break into the NFT space as an artist. You know, maybe I can help her with that. Maybe I can, you know, be more of like play more of a manager role. You know, and I think 2, 3 weeks later, we did a clubhouse room. We got 4 or 5 people in a clubhouse room. Last minute, I invited Isabelle, and I'm like, hey, we're selling your art. We're selling your NFTs tonight. She's like, yeah, I'm with my family in a cabin right now. Not ideal timing. And I'm like, okay, totally up to you. She's like, let's do it. She sold out all of her pieces in less than an hour. It just, I knew in that moment that a character that has been proven for 10 years that she's been developing, that's way more representative of a bunch of things than just, you know, a human gorilla, right? It's so much more than that. I knew that we had something here. And we decided to team up, and Andy, who is down in the audience, goes by Waterboy, you know, immediately told him, you know, what was going on. And, you know, and I think he could hear the authentic excitement in my voice and was like, look, I'm in. So, this could not have happened without Andy. And then Joso, the two of us, you know, we're family basically, you know, been cousins our whole life. And, we started talking and, you know, shared a passion for the NFT space and what we're building here, and you know, introduced us to J-Ro and his team, and it just kind of, it all came together. You know, I hear a lot of people say these projects are nothing without the community, and I agree with that. But it doesn't even get started without the right team in place. And you know, J-Ro, Joso, Isabelle, Andy, Brandy, Brandon, Punk, Greg Bean, Noam, Hugh, Tanner, Teddy, Isabelle. Who else am I forgetting?
Gosh, our team is pretty big. I mean, PJ, Anthony, Ali, yeah. God, if
Unreal.
I'm forgetting someone, I'm gonna shoot myself.
I know, right? Well, Chiron and Yanni.
Yanni.
And also the 15 artists, right? The 15 featured artists. This project would not be here where it is without them. So all right, we're not gonna do this whole like, you know, win an award speech. Like that's not gonna happen. But it's a pretty special moment. Glad it happened live. Really glad that we're doing it with non-fungible people. You know, I know, but I really want to say that I hope that this is a long-term partnership. And I think we need to do a giveaway. I think someone needs to win something. I think we need to, you know, part of what we're doing at Nomad, we want people who invest in Nomad Boulevard and invest in artists to win art. We want to buy art from artists, and we want to give it to people who have invested in the art community. And that's what we're all about. So, what am I forgetting, Isabelle?
Yeah, see, you put me on the spot. You put yourself on the spot, because now we're getting text messages. It's like, hello, Mike. Mike has been like incredible. He's been like in our Discord. I don't think we mentioned him just now. So good for us. We're killing it. Killing it, Danny.
Well, actually, that was intentional. I wanted to focus more on him as an individual at the end here. So, yeah, Mike, big love and much respect. Also, Josh Klein, wherever you are, thank you. All right, so let's do this giveaway. Brandy, Brandon, are we ready to go? What else do we need to do?
We're ready. We're ready. I don't know if this. Give me a minute. Sorry, we're not ready.
Oh, and Taylor. Oh my gosh, Taylor. We actually wouldn't even have done this partnership without Taylor. But we can't dox her, so you're just getting first name.
All right, we have a winner.
Oh wait, we have a winner?
We have a winner. Are you ready for the winner?
I am ready for the winner.
It didn't seem like you were.
I know. I feel like I'm not ready, but I will say this before you say who the winner is. There are some other artists that have reached out that want to do some pretty awesome giveaways tonight. So once we give away this, we'll reset the room. We'll give a little bit of, info and alpha on Nomad and NFP. And then after that, I think we're going to bring some more people up here to ask questions and say hello, and we're going to do more giveaways. So that's it. Now I'm ready.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you everyone for entering this very quick giveaway. We're really excited. And the winner of the Claire Salvo Nomad Bill is Gia at Rich Salt. Congratulations.
Let's go. We should bring them up to the stage, correct? Here is Gia. What's going on, Gia?
Rocking the skulls too.
Gia, is your mic working? Congratulations, you are the winner.
I'm sorry. I actually was talking and I didn't even know I was muted. I don't even know what to say. I'm just excited. Thank you guys. I am a very huge believer in NFP as well as Nomad, learning about Nomad through NFP. Isabelle, I love your art and I'm honored, extremely honored. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I actually was sitting here like, what if I win? and I actually won. I'm so stoked. Appreciate it. I've been in the NFT space for about a year now. Me and my wife, we're in our middle 40s, and we actually just entered into this to gain some Fortune 5 kids. Something for them to have when they get older. So and we love the space. We love the art. And yeah, guys. I don't want to ramble on, but thank you guys. I'm excited. Thank you, Isabelle. Thank you, NFP. Thank you, Nomad. I'm stoked. Appreciate it, guys. And congratulations on the sellout. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. Appreciate it, Gia. Please stay up here with us.
I'm not going anywhere.
All right, cool. Stay up here with us. Congrats on winning.
Yes, I'm here for the party, guys, man. Once again, many continued blessings on the project. I'm here to stay, guys.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And Nomad Boulevard, the Twitter handle. So Brandon, we're going to make sure that we get all your details, that we send you the dollar bill by Claire Salvo. So we'll make sure to do that offline. Okay.
Okay, great, guys. Great. Thank you, man. Thank you, Isabelle. I'm honored.
Thank you. Great to meet you.
Likewise. Blessings.
So, Isabel, what do we do now? Like, what are we supposed to do now that the project's sold out?
I'd like to
Taking
do
a
something.
couple deep breaths. Yeah, what's up?
What's up? What's up? First of all, it's such an honor to be part of this night. It's such an awesome occasion. I'd like to give away one of my nomads to a lucky person in the crowd. So, if we could do another giveaway with one of mine, I'd love to do that.
What's
up?
is
Let's do it.
has been an unbelievable Nomad team member. We really appreciate you. All right, let's do it. So, Brand, what is the best way for us to do this giveaway? Should we wait until there's a certain amount of people in the room? Over to you.
Yeah, why don't we just pinned the sold out tweet. Why don't we follow, retweet that, and we'll pick a winner soon. Sound good?
That sounds good to me. I'm actually just doing that right now. All right, cool. So it's the sold out. It's the sold out pin tweet. It's the most recently pinned tweet up there. It says, thank you, thank you, thank you. This wouldn't be possible without the incredible support from our featured artists and Nomad Boulevard community. Hashtag Nomad Boulevard. Awesome. Oh, you know who we forgot to mention? By the way, we're having like this side text about how awkward it is to mention a bunch of people's names when you have such a large team and you don't have like a list and you're all over the place. Anyone we forget, we're just going to say it. There's someone in our community that goes by Horror Bears who just started whipping up these POAPs for the partnerships, including the one that we did with NFP, which are going to stand the test of time on the blockchain as POAPs. So shout out to Horror Bear. There are also people in the community that we feel like are part of the team as well. So throughout the night, we'll try to bring some of them up and say hello and share in the excitement. So everyone go up to the top. Please retweet that, at some people. Let's see if we can get more people in the room. And Volicule is going to be giving away a Nomad Boulevard Mint Pass. That's actually reminds me, I didn't explain how it works. So we're very thoughtful and strategic about this because gas wars and issues have been so up and down and volatile over the past few months. We decided to have you mint passes on an 1155 contract. So regardless of if you minted 1 or 2 or 3 or more, you only had to pay a small gas fee for the 1155s to show up in your wallet. And then in a couple of weeks, when it's time for us to do the reveal, you're going to be able to exchange them for ERC 721 tokens, NFTs, and they're going to be the Nomad NFTs. You might get one of Isabelle's, you might get one of our featured artists. It doesn't matter if you have what mint pass you have, and there will still be a gas fee when you exchange this mint pass for the ERC 721, but you'll be able to do it at a time when gas is low. You don't have to do it right away. You're not going to be competing against thousands of people trying to mint at the same time. And so our goal was to make this experience the most affordable, the most efficient, the smoothest. And so far, so good. And big thank you to J-Ro and the team at King Tide for making that happen. Very excited about it. All right, I'm bringing Greg Bean, responsible for so much of the success of Nomad, but in particular over the last 24 hours. If you look at the transactions of some of the influential people in the space that have purchased Nomads in the last 24 hours, a lot of them have come through Greg Bean and his tenacity and network. And, Greg Bean, please say
Bean
hello.
Machine.
Bean Machine.
Yo, we did it.
Bean.
Isabelle, Hero. Leon, what's up? Wesley.
Hey, Greg.
Just it's kind of the culmination of the last month and a half of my life that feels like just the best month of my life so far, and just keeps getting better and better. And I'm gonna go. So me and Noam Volicule, we're best friends, and we've always been great partners because obviously I do what I do, but Gnome's always the idea guy. So I'm going to go along with Gnome's idea, and I'll throw one down too for when this room gets bigger tonight for another
Love it,
giveaway.
Greg. Let's do it, dude.
Let's go.
Fuck
Two
yes.
nomads.
Woo!
Because we're all nomads. So let's go.
Let's go.
So, anyways, I love you guys. Big day.
Craziness. I'm probably not gonna, do a great job tonight because I'm just kind of just stunned right now. But Punk Actual, if you want to come up here, I'd love you to be on stage with us. No pressure. The whole vibe of these rooms changes when you're on stage. We're excited to talk to you about, bringing this forward into phase 2. J-Ro, if you want to come back up, please request. I also, I know Brian Morris isn't available to come up, but please go give Brian a follow. He's one of our featured artists. You're probably already following him. You're not going to see art done like this ever. It's unbelievable. And Luther, who's also here, Luther, request to come up here if you want to come say hello. Would love to introduce some of the featured artists that made this possible to the room.
Waterboy just joined.
Yep, Waterboy. All right. So Andy, anything that you want to say now that we sold out the project?
I mean, just so overwhelmed with emotion and grateful, and here we are. I made a small little announcement in Discord. I'll make it here as well. One of the things that the Nomad Blvd team's been most excited about is one of the things that we just haven't been very comfortable sharing. And I'll give credit to YVR. One of the things that Danny and I have learned going to all the NFT events and just being immersed in this ecosystem for as long as we have been throughout this project is that, the value of these projects really rest within the communities that support them. And, one of the things that we are and have been really focused on is trying to figure out how we can share the benefits with our community. And so, there's all sorts of projects that are building, and, there's all sorts of weird projects that do things like, redistribute all of the secondary sales or, this, that, or issue tokens. And, we here on this Spaces tonight just want to make it, acknowledge that that's well within our intentions. And we've got a lot of calls with legal this week. We were intentional in looking for people that had shared values and shared taste, and people that we wanted to build together. And I'm just excited to make all that happen.
So Andy, does that mean, can you clarify that for everyone? Does that mean Nomad's going to become a DAO eventually?
Yes, very imminently. There's and we'll be transparent through that whole process. We have a call with our legal team on Monday to kind of kick that off and really start to transition. I shouldn't say transition, but start to bring transparency to the process of what it means to be a DAO and what it means to be a Web3 company and a Web3 brand.
That's amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, Andy's he's the forward-thinking member here that's also really good at communicating and communicating that vision of the future with all of us and our community beyond. So it's nice to have that. Very nice to have that.
Is there a chance we could get everyone to retweet the space and get more people in here? Maybe pin it at the top.
Yeah, the sold out is at the top. So let's go
But
up
the
there and
actual space.
Oh, the space is the first one up there,
Okay.
right?
No,
It's
no.
not
Oh, we
on
took
there.
that down. Oh, we
I
took
don't
that
see
down.
any up there. But if we could
Yeah.
get everyone in this room to retweet it and get some get this place to 200 people, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, let's wait till we get to 200.
And tag Barack Obama in it.
Yeah, I
Who's
would
that?
Being
love
serious.
I would love Barack and Michelle to want to know
Yeah.
Matt. So
Good try.
also there's someone else I wanted to shout out who's not here, but actually two people. So Jeremy and Wes are the two guys that I really started to learn about the space a year and a half ago. And Jeremy, big shout out to you. Wild that this is happening. We would have, we were prepping for calls to get Wes set up to drop on Known Origin a year and a half ago, and here we are doing something on another level. So, big shout out to Jeremy and Wes Henry. Andy and I have been best friends with Wes for 20 years. He's one of the Nomad Boulevard featured artists, incredibly talented. I think he's one of the fastest rising open sea artists in history, which is really only a couple of years. Wouldn't be here without him. So big shout out to Wes. Hey, Kirsten and Morgan. So when you sold out, then what did you do?
We kept going. We're still going. We're prepping. It doesn't stop. It just you get to that next stage. We're going through QAing and making sure all of them are coming out beautifully. And Ty, who I'm sure some of you know, is not sleeping. Dave, who's doing our QA, I don't think he slept since the beginning of December. We're pushing hard, and we're really, really excited to see the drop on Tuesday.
We did take the day a little bit though after when it was like, okay, we've officially sold out. I think we kind of just all took a big breath. You know what I mean? Or like, wow, we sold out, and we're just like all so giddy and so excited. So I want to tell you guys, like, ride this high, like, enjoy it. Like, this is so exciting and something to be so proud of. And we are just so excited for you. And we're so happy to be here and to celebrate with you. That this is such an exciting time, right? Like, this is now just the beginning, right? Like, everything was gearing up to selling out. Now you've done it, right? So enjoy that, celebrate it, and then, all right, this is just the beginning, on to the next, right? And so take the night, enjoy it, and then tomorrow you hit the ground running again, because now is just the beginning of everything else amazing you're going to do with this project.
I have a couple questions for NFP, or I guess just one question. You guys have been amazing with your partnership so far. Do you have more on the horizon? Do you have plans? Can you not talk about it, or?
Yeah, we definitely have plans. There's some that we're still working through and talking through, so we can't speak to them yet. But we definitely keep everyone posted in real time as they're coming and as we can speak to them. You probably saw last week we announced both the Louis Monet and Champion, so we're
Yeah,
super
that's
super
huge.
excited
Congrats.
about those. Thank you. And then we'll be gearing up for more down the road. We just can't speak to those yet.
I totally get that.
We're also bringing up Conquad, who also is part of the Nomad family and community, and someone who is managing and supporting a lot of the artists at Nomad Boulevard. What's going on?
Hi, guys. I just wanted to congratulate you all on the sellout. That's amazing. Congrats. And I'm just excited to see what all of the amazing artists do in the future. Some IRL events, party with all of the Nomad, party in virtual reality on Nomad Boulevard, block party. I'm just happy for you guys. This is amazing. Congrats again.
Thanks so much. And, looking forward to collaborating and, building on everything, Conrad. That's awesome. And I don't know if Spencer's going to join us tonight, but please give our best to Spencer. I already DM'd him. And look, there were a lot of other NFT projects as well that, threw in some support, and yeah, just super cool. I'm going to bring Greg Bean back up. I'm going to add Punk Actual one more time. And, look, I'm seeing some amazing people in the audience as well. So if anyone wants to come up, we'd love to have you up here and keep the conversation going. Eric Kerbelling, Mufasa. I'm just kind of scrolling through. Yanni, 3MinX, Grondin, Mr. DTAP 99, Ant is here, Strelio. We're starting to really get to know a lot of the people that are part of this Nomad Boulevard family. So please come up and say hello. And
let's get Yanni up here.
Yeah, let's get Yanni. And
I want to hear that accent.
I know, right? All right. So Yanni, request to come up here if you want. We'd love to say hello. Otherwise, we're going to add Volpixie. And Raw Gallery NFT, I'm going to ask to come up. I may have to remove a couple of people from the stage temporarily. Looks like I've already reached the max.
I could jump down, man. I'm feeling a little green anyways.
Yeah, you could bring me down as well, boss.
Amazing. Gia, Senator, thank you both. I'm going to bring
Thanks
you down
again.
for 1 sec. All right, so as I'm bringing more people up to the stage, I want everyone to know that we're going to be expanding Nomad Boulevard to include more artists, and not just fine artists, but we're having conversations about photographers, musicians. We think there's a way to make Nomad Boulevard a creative community and not just specific to fine artists. So, if there's anyone in your world that you think would add value and be the right fit, we want to start meeting people, and really excited about that. All right, it looks like Raw Gallery. We also have Manu and Volpixie. So if you're on stage, go ahead and unmute and say hello, and tell us what's going on. Raw Gallery, how are you?
Hey guys, congratulations. Can you hear me?
Yeah, how are you, Chris?
Hey, what's going on? There's so many great people in this room. It's incredible. I'm so thrilled for you guys and for NFP. It's just this partnership. It's just super, super exciting. I'm just so thrilled about it. But I just appreciate all the hard work that Danny and Isabelle and the whole team has put into Nomad and made this a success tonight. It's phenomenal. I'm so proud of you guys. Do you hear me?
Yeah, sorry about that. DMs are insane right now,
okay.
so I'm trying to answer some messages and listen at the same time. Ra, please keep doing what you're doing. And for everyone else in the room, what that means is bringing us to the attention of artists that are either outside of our network or, artists that we should pay attention to. The other night we were in a room that was pretty special, and Ra messaged me and said, who's in the audience, right? And I scrolled down, I looked, I had no idea who he was talking about. He said, you got to bring up Chet Zar. And I did some research and realized that we had a living legend, someone that many of the people in our community have already collected, a real leader in the art community. So, that's what Rod does. Knows talent, also has a gallery of a curated gallery and a curated group of artists that he's bringing attention to. So, just really, really close and aligned in our mission. So stay with us, Ra.
Oh, absolutely. I appreciate it. And it was great having Char join us. He actually dropped on Foundation and sold his first NFT today at at just over 2 ETH. So he was in the room. I don't know if he's still here. I don't see him, but congratulations to Chet. That's a huge achievement.
Didn't Gabe Leonard win it?
Yes, he
Gabe
did.
win it?
Yes, he
Okay.
did.
So isn't that amazing? Like one legend buying another legend's art on their Genesis piece. So I think that's cool.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. I saw that and I was like, hell yeah, Gabe. That's awesome. It's a great piece too. But yeah, it's just super exciting.
Yeah. I just want to say, Chris, I mean, I think you're one of the most in the know people that I know in this industry. So anybody that is listening and wants to discover new artists that are up and coming in the space, Raw Gallery is a great follow. So yeah, definitely follow him if you want to get some good early alpha, because I mean that's what this game is, being early and being right. So if you can find good artists early, I think it's a recipe for success, and your chances are pretty good with Chris at Raw Gallery.
I appreciate
I'll
that.
second that.
Oh, thank you, Greg. Appreciate it.
Nice to talk to you in person finally. What up, Chris?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Chris has hooked me up with some really, really dope stuff. Actually, the most incredible piece of art I own in CC. So,
yeah, CC Painter. She's a good one. Yeah, my collections are all in my link. So feel free to anybody wants to check out some good art. Hit my links. I have several collections that I manage for various artists, all kind of different styles from people all over the world. It's really, really cool.
And I'm just happy, Chris, that you've gone into this full time now. So this is your gig. So I'm really happy you made that jump.
Yeah, NFT New York. I left my job. I was like, I got to get to New York, so I got a ticket that day. Flew to New York, hung out with Leon and some of the greats in the space. Wes Henry, Greg was there. Just Senator Greaves, met him. It was just such a great experience. I was like, I got to get into this full time. This is the future. So it was a big leap for me, but I'm so happy I made it.
Yeah, there's no looking back now, brother.
No, sir. No looking back. I appreciate it.
All right, guess nobody else wants to speak. So one other person, Danny, that I'd love to give a shout out to is Tomek. Tomek is the Animal Kingdom's creator, and he's also organizing NFT Cabo in February. And he brought a big chunk of his community into the Nomads. So I just want a big shout out to Tomek and his community for coming in at the 11th hour and helping with the Nomad presale. And hopefully a lot of us can go down to Cabo in February and celebrate.
So is Tomac in the room?
I don't see him.
All right. Well, I'd love to have him come up and say hello. But yeah, a lot of people really helped to make this happen. Would love to have him up here. Also, what are the dates for Cabo, for NFT Cabo?
He just rescheduled. It was supposed to be in January, but because of what's going on, it's been pushed. And I believe it's end of February. We kind of talked that it needed to follow after ETH Denver. So I don't have the exact dates, but I can grab them.
Okay, because it's a little bit taboo to go to Cabo after your project sells out. So it's going to have to be far enough away from this before before some of us go to Cabo. Yeah, there were a bunch of pump and dump projects last year where there are photos of the whole team in Cabo on the community's money, which is not what we're doing. But yeah, exciting. And then ETH Denver is in February, so that should be interesting. And we've got a bunch of people that want to come up on stage, so I'm going to start adding some new people. And if I take you down, don't take it personally. All right, Manu, please say hello.
Yo, what's up, guys? Just want to say congrats to you guys on selling out. And just want to give a shout out to Raw Gallery, who actually has been quite a help and told me to get out of the box and speak on one of your spaces. I've been following you guys for a while now, and it's an amazing community. How you guys, uh, have been so inclusive with every single one of the people and the artists. Uh, and yeah, that's it. Just want to say congrats.
Manu, where are you from originally?
I'm actually from Puerto Rico. I was born and raised in Puerto Rico, but now I'm in Texas.
And do you ever make it out to Los Angeles?
No, unfortunately, no. Looking forward to plan a trip over there.
All right. Well, we're going to be doing a lot of IRL events. A lot of us on the team are in Los Angeles and Denver, but other places as well. So, yeah, maybe come out to LA or Denver for one of our events. We'd love to meet you in person.
Definitely looking forward to it.
Hey, Danny, can we bring up it's Aquomi is Tomic's AQOMI is Tomic.
Yeah.
It
What up,
looks like
Nomad?
February. Yeah, looks like his cowbell thing's happening February 24th through the 28th.
February 24th to the 28th. All right. All right. So I just brought up, we've got a bunch of people that are going to come up. All right. I'm going to just do this. I'm going to start removing some people from the stage. And then I'll bring you back up after everyone's had a chance to say hello. And also sometimes I invite someone or I accept yes, like come up as a speaker, and then it just kind of rugs. So we'll just have to be patient. But
Hey,
Akomi,
Tomac.
how are you?
Hey, what's going on? Can you guys hear me?
Sure can.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for having me. And by the way, really good job with this project. I think the second that you guys told me that Sabat and Gabe Weiss were going to be playing with this, I was like, okay, that's cool. So I jumped in, took a look, and I've got 7 mint passes right now. I'd pick up more. I just can't. But yeah,
Attaboy.
I love what you guys are doing. I got a bunch of my collectors in here from the animal kingdom. There's probably like 10 of them in the audience here, and they all minted as well too. So everyone's super stoked on what you guys are doing. But yeah, I got to run here in a couple minutes. I just wanted to invite everyone to NFT Cabo. We're going to do it at the end of January, but restrictions came in. They're down to 40% capacity for venues, but it looks like it's slowly getting lifted. Didn't want to risk it. But we do have some really big sponsors coming on board. I rented out the Hilton, rented out big yachts, and we are going to be doing a lot of different events and parties. It's going to be different than a lot of other conferences. I don't want any booths set up whatsoever. It's literally going to be speakers and networking. And workshops. So really stoked on that. And obviously artists that are going to exhibit art. So if anyone's interested, check it out, nftcabo.com. Would love to have you all here. And yeah, thanks for having me on stage. Good luck with this. This is awesome. You guys are killing it. Thanks for having me.
Hey, thank you so much. And definitely want to talk with you offline to see if there's a way to get Nomad Boulevard involved. Let's definitely catch up if not tomorrow, on Monday. And for supporting us, both yourself and also kind of spreading the word to the community for everyone who's involved with your project and company. Really, really appreciate you. Welcome to Nomad Boulevard. And before you go, I know you got to jump. If you want to just pin something up at top so that everyone in the room can check it out, that would be great. And let's stay in touch.
Okay, awesome. What would you guys like me to pin up here? Something about the event? Let's see if I have an update.
Yeah, something about the event or the kingdom. I've actually noticed these mutant animals in a lot of people's wallets already.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. You know what? Here, give me a sec. I'll pin something up here for you guys. I'm working on a cool mutant animal collection. I'll drop that tweet.
All right, amazing. All right, thanks for coming up again. Let's go over to Mufasa. How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you guys?
We're doing great. We're
This
in it,
is,
you know.
dude. Honestly, I'm at the mall right now. So forget the background noise, but I'm just freaking out that you guys sold out. This is literally like, I can't even comprehend what the hell just happened. You guys are literally just sitting here, just like freaking screaming in my mind, like, holy shit, this just happened. And then for you guys, and I know you guys are like sitting around like I don't know what to do, but like I would just I would just run around screaming because this is such a huge accomplishment. It sucks because I didn't know you guys for such a long time, but now that I've seen you guys' growth in a short amount of time, it's just absolutely inspirational for Isabelle, for Nomad, for Hero, for you. Honestly, I don't want to say too much, but I just want to say it's extremely inspiring. I'm so happy for you guys. I'm just over the moon for you guys and just all in support. This is absolutely amazing. I know you guys are gonna take this far, so this is literally just so amazing to watch at the beginning of your journey.
Yeah, Mufasa, you've been a huge supporter, and we appreciate you, and your art's amazing. If anyone hasn't checked out his art, go ahead and do that.
I
It's
appreciate it.
incredible.
This is all about you guys tonight. Well, thank you guys so much.
Mufasa, we're looking forward to seeing you evolving as an artist as well in the space. I obviously when we had that moment when you were in the room and people just started checking you out and buying all of your stuff, like that was a big moment for everyone at the Nomad team. It reminded all of us what we're doing, and what we're trying to do to bring more attention to artists. And what really hit though is a week later, another person in the space named Ronan the Collector, someone that has been collecting, artists that haven't quite made it yet, and also some of the biggest artists. I saw, and I knew once you were on the map in that way, I was like, all right, you're going to see a bunch of success. So you're meant to be here. You're on your way, and glad you're part of Nomad.
Thank you so much, bro. You're too freaking kind. I swear. Honestly, none of this would have happened without you guys. You guys literally started this for me, and I wish I joined Twitter so much sooner than I should have. But honestly, because of you guys, because of the whole Nomad crew, none of this would have happened if it wasn't for you guys. So honestly, I'm so glad to support you guys. So happy to support you guys. I'm so excited to see where this goes, and yeah, I'm still kind of speechless. I don't know what to say, but like, I'm just happy for you guys. That's all I gotta say, honestly.
Thanks, Mufasa. All right, well, stay with us. All right. I know I say that to you every time we DM, stay with us, because that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Just
sometimes I get confused. Like, what does he mean? I'm like, I'm here. I'm not even going anywhere.
I just mean like as we continue to do events and build this out, and kind of lean into what Andy was talking about earlier with the DAO, as we cultivate partnerships with NFP and get Metaverse ready. Just keep joining us in spaces, stay in touch with us, keep putting your art out there, keep being a part of the community, and we're going to do something special. So also I invited Wes Henry into the room. I sent him a text and said, I said we sold out, and he goes, sold out what? And they started calling me, and I kept declining him. He's like, what do you mean sold out? And I'm like, what do you mean? What do I mean? What do you mean? What do we? So hopefully he's going to join the room. And he's here. Hold on one sec. Wes Henry.
What? Hold on, I just missed that last part because it pulled me up to the stage. You said you were texting me and calling me. Then what did you say? I lost it.
Oh no, I'm texting you, and I said sold out, and it's actually I did a group text with Keith and Gabe and Sabit and Wes, and I go sold out, and Gabe and Keith and Sabit are like, congratulations, that's amazing, let's go. And Wes text me on the side and is like, sold out what? And I'm like, what do you mean sold out what?
No, I mean, I'm just like, holy fuck, man. like yesterday, we're at like what? You're at like I don't know. You had a little ways to go, and it was like within 24 hours. I'm like, holy shit! I mean, I called this. I knew this, but I didn't know it was going to happen so soon. I mean, I literally sent out a tweet today. It was like, yo, you guys, you better hurry up. Get on this. Anyone that owns one of my NFTs, buy right now. And I didn't know it was this much urgency. Holy shit. So now it's secondary only. You didn't even drop, right? Like the open drop didn't even happen.
No, so it did. We just pushed it forward, and basically, so on this stage, we basically announced the public sale because we kind
Oh,
of
wow.
blazed through, the pre-sale, and then we opened it up, and I'm on this like team text message with, people from Nomad, and everyone's like, 200 left, 180, 160, 115,
Oh my
80.
God.
And then I look over and it's like 21. And I'm like, what is happening? And then we started counting down and sold out. And it's just cool being here with NFP because they just lived through this experience a couple of weeks ago. So
Oh my God,
it's like
dude.
being on.
Congratulations, brother. I knew this was going to happen, and this is just the beginning.
Appreciate it, man. Um, yeah, I already told the room how you, Andy, and I are best friends from college, and we go back 20 years. But what I didn't say was, in addition to me meeting up with Isabelle, after we kind of came up with this idea, Nomad, you and I are hanging out at my house. You flew out from Denver. You were here for Gabe Weiss's gallery show, which is super crazy too because a lot of people on the Nomad team were all there without knowing each other yet, and then we all kind of were connected serendipitously. But um, we were talking that night, and I was like, all right, I got to pitch you this idea. And this was like in the height of your fame. You were selling out in 4 seconds. You were getting DM'd by everyone. And I finally had, 3-4 hours of, just direct talking to Wes about this idea. And I remember doing the whole pitch, and I'm like, Nomad Boulevard, Isabelle Lago, Andy's going to join. I'm talking to Joso, and he's got a guy named Jordan. And, I explained the concept. We're going to include other artists. And there were pieces of it that you were like, but overall, you were like, definitely. And, you said that you were going to support 100% in any way that you knew how, which you definitely delivered on. So just really appreciate you. And I think now that we're in this, phase two, I think there's a lot more that we can do with you at Nomad. And, all of those conversations start soon.
Dude, I'm like, I want to get like choked up. This is such a crazy moment. I want to like, I don't know. I think I got to like come to LA and just hug it out in person, man. This is a big deal. And I'm like, selfishly also, I'm very excited because I'm just going to beg you to, I don't know, let me be more of a central part because I knew this. I mean, you're the guy. I think you can legitimately take over the world if you'd like to in a good way, good for everybody. And I'm just proud to be a part of it, man.
When LA
Appreciate it.
Party?
When spelled WEN LA Party. Look, with everything going on right now, health concerns, we were going to do it at the end of January. It looks like we're going to push it to the end of February with the Cabo trip and ETH Denver and everything going on. We're just going to have to, be strategic about the timing. But there isn't going to be one event, right? The idea here is that, we've got a lot of people in a lot of different places that we want to meet and connect with. And we have a lot of art that we want to display, both physical pieces and in digital frames. So there are going to be a bunch of events. And, we've talked with Soho House, and we're going to be doing some stuff with them. We've talked with Jim Budman's studio and other venues, and we've got a whole lineup. And then the crew in Denver, they're going to have some announcements as well about events. So it's coming soon. I just want to say, Wes, look who's on stage right now, right? YVR Trader, Conquad, Noam, Isabelle. I mean, this is really crazy.
Dude, I'm like in shock, man. I'm sitting here like watching a show with my girl, and we're like, I'm just feeling better after just pushing myself too hard, snowboarding and shit. My phone's been on silent. I just look over like 3 minutes ago and saw those texts and was like, wait, what? Holy shit. And then here we are. I mean, this is just, it's amazing, man. I knew this was going to happen. I just didn't know it was going to be so fast. So what was the total from when you publicly announced to sold out? How long was that amount of time?
I don't know. An hour,
Ballpark. An
30
hour.
minutes, 40 minutes.
We announced the public in this space, or kind of early in this space. It was 20 minutes or so.
Jesus, you guys. I mean, think about that. Think about that. You, hell yeah. You could have doubled, I think, the amount that you had, and you would have been fine. I just think there's so much support behind it, and you have such an amazing team. And God, I'm speechless.
We just need 2 Isabelles to double the artwork.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Except, yeah, except that's not. I mean, maybe we get an avatar. You know, maybe we get a meta Isabelle to help. You know, when you were telling that story, Wes, I was thinking about how you and myself, like the first time I met Conquad and Spencer, the first time Isabelle met everyone, the first time you met Isabelle, the first time I met Angie. You know, Greg Bean was there without us knowing. J-Ro and Joso were there. A lot of us were at Bright Moments in Venice for Gabe Weiss's gallery and auction. And a strange amount of people were there that I still kind of run into many months later. And I remember very vividly someone saying like, "Oh, that's JR." And I'm like, "Who's JR?" And they're like, "He's one of the co-founders of Oniforce." And Oniforce was this like just one of the biggest NFT projects and now companies, you know, in the space ever of all time. And, you know, I remember hearing Wes talk about him a little bit, and a couple of other people mentioned what he and Strawberry and the other people had done. And it was literally days or maybe a week after they sold out. How many was it? Was it 7,777? Is that right? And I remember thinking like, we had already conceived of the Nomad idea, and I was just like, that you know, there's a bar, and yeah, feel like we're now going to be able to start building too in that same way, and really excited. So awesome.
Yeah, dude. Also, I know just from listening to JR, what up, by the way, homie? I see him down there, that his biggest thing was as a, you know, the art guy for that project, and a big, you know, obviously a massive voice for it. He said the almost like it really begins, because I think he even said like anyone planning to do a PFP project, like, you know, to warn them like, yo, it really, once you sell out, that's when it starts. And even you, Danny, like you're the one that has imparted a lot of wisdom on me. I listened to you a lot, and said something like, when I had my early success, you said something like, you know, what it took to get here is not what it'll take to get to the next level, or something to that extent, which essentially is, you know, you pushed really hard in this timeline to get to this step, and you leveled up, and now you can see the next step in front of that, and you got to find another gear to get to that next level. And that's, you know, to a lot of people that sounds daunting or like, oh shit, but I know, excuse me, let me get a drink. A lot of people in this space, that is not the way that it is, because this is not work. It's like I've been trying to search for another word for it. Like, this is my full-time job as well, and excuse me, and like the amount of things you have to do to hustle in this world. It's more like hustling, but it's like a fun hustle. I don't know what the hell to call it, but that's exciting to know that it's kind of, you've now leveled up the whole crew, the whole Nomad crew, to this next level, and now it begins on like, well, it's an open sky. You can take it wherever you want, as big as you want, and you can do anything. Like, that's the beauty of this business is the whole NFT world. It's like all the normal business rules that might hold a small business back, or that, you know, are tried and true, you can throw them all in the garbage. The only thing that like is true are the very fundamentals of supply and demand and things like that, which even there are some people in the space that would even question that. It's I think that is the most beautiful piece of it, is you can be creative about where you want to take the space, and you can do whatever the fuck you want. And now you've got, I mean, you've already had a lot of people backing you, and now you have even more. And it's going to be exciting to, I don't know, see where it goes from here.
Let's go. All right. So, a couple of things. One, want to bring some more people up that have requested. But now that we, are at the 8 o'clock p.m. PST mark, I also want to be respectful of our partners NFP and their time. From 9 o'clock p.m. last night until now, there's been a huge effort on their end to, help bring word about getting in our pre-sale through our partnership to the community. And, they're so busy. They've got something coming up on Tuesday. So I just want to be respectful of their time. Kirsten, Morgan, everyone on the team, stay with us as long as you want. But also, wanted to just give that project a big shout out, remind everyone that the reveal is happening on Tuesday. They're going to be doing an AMA. I think there's going to be something happening the Monday before. So, Morgan, for the people that joined the room that don't know about NFP or weren't here when we kind of gave the background, is there a 20-second version that you can tell everyone, and, any other update you want to share?
Sure. So for those of you who don't know, Non-Fungible People NFP is an 8,888 collection of women and non-binary characters. We're 3D. We have a ton of utility, streaming, gaming, take them anywhere you want. We wanted to create a very inclusive and welcoming space. We did sell out our collection, which is very exciting. And we have an AMA this Monday, the 17th at 12 p.m. Eastern, as an AMA for anyone that has questions for a reveal or what's next. And then Tuesday, we have our Countdown to Reveal party in our Discord, hosted by DJ Tropics. And that is at 2 p.m. Eastern. And then at 6 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday, January 18th, will be our official reveal. So the countdown is on. We're moving full steam ahead. And again, just want to say congrats to the Nomad team. And thank you so much for having us here tonight. We're so glad we were able to celebrate with you and be a part of this with you. And looking forward to the future and all of what's to come for both Nomad and NFP. So thank you all so much for your time. It was great being here tonight.
I second everything Morgan said. If you haven't seen us, check us out. We're extremely excited, and even as excited to support Nomad Boulevard.
Thank you both so much. And also, just to add to that, the people behind, the people in the community and behind NFT and the parent, the other companies involved are creatives and artists, 2D, 3D animators, all different types of artists. And so this really is, aside from our mission being aligned, and there's really a lot of synergy between these two companies, which is awesome. Morgan, Kirsten, before you leave, even though we didn't reach the 200 mark, the 100 people that are in this room, I think are deserving of a Nomad Mint Pass. So I think that, Noam, if you're comfortable with this, if we can give away the first Nomad Boulevard Mint Pass, I think that would be great. Brandon, you want to help me out?
Yes, we do. We have a winner. The winner of the first pass is Azzy the Goat NFT.
Boom.
Congratulations. We're so excited. Thank you for the support.
And if you're hearing this and want to request to come up, let's bring them up. Brandy, do you see them in the audience?
Yep,
There they
there's
are.
speaker. I brought him up.
Oh, nice. There we go. Congratulations, Azzy.
Congrats. Acceptance speech?
I think they're speechless.
I would be too.
My bad. My mic was off there.
All good. Congrats, man.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm really excited to see where this project goes. And same with non-fungible people. I'm in there as well. Really, really want to see where that goes. Really excited for both of these projects.
Yeah, if you want to shoot me your wallet ID to my, just DM it to me and I'll drop it to you later tonight.
Sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome, man. Congrats.
Thanks.
I think it's
All right.
sorry, Danny. It's just amazing how many people that are from the NFP community that are here and winning and involved. I think it's just a beautiful thing.
100%. All right. Well, look, we'll save that second one for a little bit later. I think that we could reach that 200 mark. A couple people have DM'd over the past couple of weeks saying, trying to blow up Twitter just to get people in for a giveaway, really sucks because then notifications just get crazy. And I agree. I also agree that getting a bunch of attention to both of these projects is important. So I think we just agree, and we just do a little bit of shouting to get some people in here. So, Brandy, which tweet should we go ahead and send out?
Let's do
How about the sold out one?
the sold out one, or we also have the come hang with us one as well.
Sold out.
Sold out. It's the third pinned tweet for anyone that's looking at the top. Third.
How's it going, everyone?
Hi. Sorry, I was not paying. Who just spoke? Oh, Jesse?
Yeah, that was me. I was just seeing if we were at a pause or what you guys were doing.
Oh, yeah. We don't know anymore.
Cool. Awesome. Well, congratulations.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks. I've been following along for a while now. Gabe Weiss actually got me into the NFT scene. I've been an artist for a couple of years now. So yeah, it was really cool to see, having Gabe as one of my second collectors. It was insane to see the artist supporting artist mentality. And it's, for me, that completely shook my perspective as a creator, right? There's no longer begging collectors to come and browse your work at a gallery or whatever. So, it's so exciting, exhilarating. I kind of sense that from everybody in the room today. So once again, just congratulations. And, I'm here to follow along. I didn't get to mint one. I tried. I think I was a little late this evening when I got home. However, here's a creator and phase 2 I'm excited for. And, let's go. Let's keep it going.
Awesome.
Jesse,
So cool. I love
give
your work.
I'll give you one of mine. Just send me your address. DM me. You didn't get one?
No, man, I tried. It was it about an hour ago? I was hustling for it, but man, I appreciate that. I'll shoot that over to you.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Damn.
Love
awesome.
that.
Love that.
Conrad, you're just such a nice guy, dude.
I mean, yeah. What the hell? That was amazing.
I think he follows me. I
We
think
didn't get one.
I didn't get one, but no, I'm here to stay, and I'm really looking forward to the long term goals and more so the community aspects for creatives and being able to get together with like minded people. You know, that's number one for me. So I'm a full time artist, so being able to do this and sit at my tablet and draw and be on here speaking with other artists, I mean, shit, there ain't nothing better. Come on, name one thing you'd rather be doing. I mean, if my kid was here and he wasn't screaming, that would be the cherry on top.
I fortunately and unfortunately can relate to you 100%. Jesse, I'm looking through your work, and there are like 7 pieces that I want to buy.
Please do. It's been a slow month so far. So just a little background. Um, had a little talk with Gabe. Me and him just went back and forth on Instagram pretty casually. I had just admired his work for a while. And he messaged me one day and he said, "Call me." And he said, "Hey, I see you're trying to get into this NFT work." Um, we cleaned up the background. I was doing some background work that was just not translating well, especially for the strong characters that I was doing. So, with his little recommendations, I switched it up and I ended up trading 5 ETH in my first month. And from there, you know, it's tapered off. And I think that's just with the markets and whatnot. But I'm not worried about that. It was completely life changing. Um, so NFTs have my heart and soul for sure.
And look, it's it's a journey. It takes a while, to get the word out there and develop relationships. We were talking about this the other night. Going IRL to NFT events and meeting the other artists and collectors, it makes such a difference. YVR was talking about this. People don't just buy the art; they buy the artist. That's age old. Everyone knows that, and so really getting to know people IRL, and then also in these Twitter spaces. I mean, Mufasa and I have never met, haven't met a lot of people that, raw gallery, but you build a connection in these spaces. And I think this is the beginning of what, a metaverse type community is going to look and feel like. So yeah, keep doing it, man. We'll keep checking out your art and join us in these spaces.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. I thought they were going to name drop me last night, and I would have came up and spoke. So I stayed patient. You know, I'm here to listen. Wes Henry said some pretty cool stuff earlier about leveling up and kind of reshaking that perspective. So it's nice to hear words of wisdom from other creatives here.
100%.
Yo, thanks, Jesse. Your work is dope, by the way, man. Very trippy, very colorful. I like it.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's more so I look at it as a materialization of, my meditative state. I sort of get into this flow and just what comes and what goes. But through that, I like to use the color as my form and method. Right, it's kind of like a song, provides a little bit of symphony and sound through the colors and depth. So that's sort of my perspective on my own work.
Fuck yeah, my friend.
Wes,
Flow
you
state.
love to meditate. You didn't talk for a week one time.
I was gonna say, 10 days, man. I've done that twice now. Done the silent retreats, but yeah, Jesse, that's what you're speaking my language, man. The getting into the flow state and just realizing like the concept of time is gone, and you look up and you're like, oh shit, the sun's coming up. I need to go to bed. Wow,
Exactly.
what did I just create, man? That I think is the
Yeah.
best moment, or I don't even know moment or moments or
Well,
moments
there is
strung
no
together. The
moment in
best
that.
way to
Yeah.
live, right?
Yeah. You move beyond you move beyond space and time, which would be that third and fourth dimension. So when you get into that fifth dimension, you're still here on planet Earth, but man, you're feeling floaty.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
mean
it's
I think that right there, being in that flow state, whatever is happening, I'm not even going to attempt to
yeah, there's
describe
no
it
words.
or
Yeah.
pretend that I understand it. But that is I think the pinnacle of like being alive, like all this time on Earth, all the different things you can do and experience and like and not like or whatever. That time in that space is that's my favorite, man. That's the pinnacle.
Absolutely, absolutely, and it's ever fleeting too, right? The harder we try to grab it, it runs from you. So you almost
Yeah.
have to catch it off guard in a way. The Zen warrior type mindset.
Yeah, or once you're done, you can just look back and try to describe it that way. Because if you try to do it from the inside with like introspection, you pop out of it. Now you're not in the flow anymore.
Correct, correct. Yeah, I'm not trying to contain anything. I'm trying to allow it to essentially freely flow, and then once the wave is gone, you sort of reassess with new eyes or fresh eyes, and it's that emotional feeling and connection, not necessarily the imagery based thought of, oh, that's pretty, but there's something in there. There's an intensity or a depth, so
Yeah, that's that. I like to sometimes describe it as like when I'm in that space and I'm just going with instinct. Like it's not thoughts that I'm
yes.
listening to that are guiding me. I'm driving and I'm the passenger at the same time through that, and it's almost like there's a little voice that's like, take a left, take a right,
Yep,
make
yep.
that bigger, make that, maybe try green, and you just go with those little things, and then it's like, oh, that's right, boom, set it in,
And
and
then
then
I
you
was gonna
move
say,
on to the
boom,
next.
you get the hit in the gut, and it's like, okay, I can't touch it. It comes
Yeah.
spontaneously though, so
Yep.
we have to know when to grab that out of thin air.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. You're looking
Yeah.
into the void, man.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Good for you,
I
man.
agree. I'd have to talk to you more offline about the silent treatment you went through, but I've done a 36-hour paint and fast, so I didn't eat or sleep for 36 hours, and I locked myself in my studio and video recorded it, and I just painted for that whole time, water and kombucha.
Wow.
um,
Yeah,
so
that's
yeah.
something. The 10-day, by the way, you can do it for free. They just ask for a donation through, I think it's um the dharma.org, or there's two websites. One of them's the right one and one of them's not the right one, but
Okay.
it's worldwide. The one that I would recommend, they do vipassana meditation, and it's 10-day, and I think they keep you on, I can't remember if it's vegan or vegetarian, because the other one I did was a sesshin with these Zen monks. I convinced them to let me sit with them in their like, what the hell is that thing called, essentially this giant room where they're
Big,
all
yeah,
meditating. It was
monastery. Yeah.
yeah, I think the whole thing was called the monastery, but it was like I don't remember the name. Whatever, it's not important. And I'm sitting there. I was up in the mountains. It was freezing cold for that one. It was very, very, very formal. And it's, you sit zazen with eyes open meditation. I would not recommend that shit unless you're hardcore, because that was super challenging and very difficult.
How long
But
were the sitting sessions?
so that one, I think they were 40 minutes, and you sit like maybe 14 times a day, every day. So like if your mind wanders for both of these things, it really wanders over to like, man, I can't wait to go to the
Okay.
fucking chiropractor, because you're
Well,
sitting
yeah,
for so long.
that's the difficult part though. It is because I do work with more Kundalini yoga, so I'll be sitting in zazen even when I'm creating on my tablet. Um, and 2 hours will go by, and to me that's eyes open meditation because I'm fully engaged in the present moment with no thought of past or present or a past or future.
Yeah, that's
Um,
interesting.
and but it's wild when we can take that practice and we can take this zen like approach. Any creator, any musician, they're already tapping into this. It may be more pure without words, but us touching on it in these spaces, it's be present in be aware in this present moment, and be aware of your breath, and pay attention to that, and with that one anchor, everything else will sort of fall into place.
Hell yeah.
But anyways, we'll talk offline, bro. I appreciate everyone for listening in on that Zen Buddhism 101.
Yeah, even from Brandy and Brandon, just from the social side, we come from a we're not artists, we're non-creatives, we don't come into the space like that, but to constantly hear you guys talk about and give this sort of alpha on like your headspace, where you guys are at, kind of behind the scenes. Super incredible, very inspiring, and just very appreciative of how you guys really let us and the rest of the community in on kind of the backstory and behind the scenes of, you know, what we see as kind of like the end result, you know, what you guys put up, whether it be just for promotion, for sale, anything like that. And to kind of see behind the scenes, or just kind of get this, you know, backstory of how it all happens. Super incredible, very inspiring, and really appreciate it from you guys.
Hell yeah. It's
Thank
it's like anything that you is like your favorite thing to do. It's probably similar. Whatever that mental experience is when you're like truly in the moment. It happens in all sorts of places and ways, and that nobody talks about it, but that it's like the state of play. I think athletes actually, I take that back, they talk about the flow state and that a lot in practice and games and being in the zone, like all that language. It's all the same shit. It's that like unbridled, just thoughtless, instinctual moment to moment living. And that's, I mean, it's blissful. It's amazing.
Yeah, we call that being non-being. So it's this minute state. Sorry, it's getting late over here. My voice is starting to go. But that's that balance between the being and non-being. So yes, we're here, we're materialized, we're human beings on planet Earth. But there is this other connection that we all feel, whether you attend to it, give it attention or not. It's there. It's not who's thinking, okay, I need to go wash the dishes. That's okay. Now there's a voice watching that voice. What's that voice? So I think as the artist, when we're in these states of, you know, solitude and these states of creativity, um, that channel opens, and when that muse comes through, I mean, God forbid. That's why you're seeing such amazing art right now in the NFT community, because we don't have to hide behind closed doors and put a mask on anymore. We might put a PFP up or something like that, but we're not putting a mask on for who we are, you know, IRL and out and about. And when we do meet you in real life, you know, the impacts that we're going to, you know, evidently have on each other's lives, it's all compounding, and nobody's going to lose at this. And, you know, I'm excited. Thank you, Wes, again. You know, you amped me up, man. You know, there's been a lot of cool talk tonight, so I'm glad I had my choice, you know, my chance. But, you know, I'll give the floor back to everybody else. I appreciate it.
This is Jason here. I just want to riff on what Wes and Jesse have been talking about here a little bit, because it's a space that I practice in. Like I teach artists how to tune that channel, how to open that channel. And I think also, like you guys were mentioning, that it can drift out, and sometimes you just kind of not sure when it's going to happen. But there's ways to make it far more accessible and available to us. And, you know, I was on a 6-hour call with Sabette the other night, and we were really kind of going into this stuff and breaking it down. I was sort of showing him how the energetic field works, up from the physical body, out through all the different layers of the field, out into those causal realm intelligences, which are where the muse energies reside, right? And so then we open the channel and we have an understanding of that. And yes, meditative practice is super important, I believe, because it brings us into the moment to be able to presence and still ourselves to receive from those channels. But there's a whole lot of other things that we can do. And when we tap it and then learn how to keep that line open, and then also our vibration, so that line can not even something that we tug on, that just inspirationally flows and pours into us, that then the work comes out of that space, as opposed to trying to kind of call it in. That's a whole nother game as well. So, you know, this is a real hot topic of mine. That's something I really, really passionately love. Work with a lot of artists, because a lot of artists, right? And Jesse, you were on the money. This space is super important because it's making people come alive again, which means the channel's innately opening up and becoming richer, and like that thing that we all had from like kids that was in us, that kind of got bled out of us or taken away from us. It's opening up again. It becomes alive. And so we'll all have that happening to us in different ways. But, you know, fresh important spaces like this matter so much, because it allows these inspirational, illuminative energies to come through that are so needed right now. And as at the forefront of being artists, right? Artists are channels of poetry, of the ineffable. We transcribe things that you can't talk about. And, I can use my voice now to try and talk about it a little bit, but we bring it through, the soul intelligence through in our art. That's something that's super important right now, particularly in a world that's ruled by headspace and cognitive thought. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Thanks.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much for sharing, Jason. Outside of NFTs and prior to this, and I still am a full-time abstract expressionist. So through that, I actually teach the methods of abstraction and how to enter flow state. And it's really wild seeing people confronted with their own emotions and hidden thoughts. And you can't hide from yourself when it's just you and a canvas or you and a plank of wood and you got to do something with it. That creativity comes in any medium, so it doesn't have to be painting. It could be knitting. I don't care. Make some cool gloves, I'll wear them. Point being though is like, give your full attention to this present moment. And Jason, I mean, much better communicator than I am. I think I'm more of a doer, like, hey, watch me lose my mind on this. But man, great way to sort of form the formless, and that's what I try to do with materializing these meditative states. It's, trying to capture, thin air with a plastic bag or something. So
Yeah, right. And the formless has so much like data in it. It's so concentrated with energy and intelligence, and we refract that and we transcribe that through our art. Like, one of the ways I do it is like, I just look at someone's picture and then I can channel a symbol and or a sigil that is an expression of that person, not necessarily energy field in that moment, but like I can see and transcribe the intelligence of how that's communicating way out in their soul realm. And so, like you say, through knitting, through movement, through speech, like really like brilliant orators that bring like soul poetry energy into the way in which they express. It really just is the divine expressing through us all. And I think, we don't have to get too woo-woo about that, because we can actually just come back to the fact that we all feel that. Whatever that inspirational intelligence that we feel on whatever level, we all have a taste of that. Otherwise, we're not artists. And I don't even mean artists that create artifacts. I mean artists that are able to listen to something outside of themselves and be inspired by it to do stuff in the world, kind of art.
Hello.
That's awesome. I'm about ready to hit the hay, guys, but I'll just piggyback on what Akomi or Tomek said earlier. And then for what you guys were talking about, the other Jason, I'm Jason Swain style, and Jesse, who was speaking before him. I appreciate hearing some of the creativeness that goes into these projects and this new digital platform, these new digital assets that bring us together, whether it's art or whether it's utility, is just a huge part of our lives now, but it's nowhere near what it's going to become in the future. Me personally, I don't have a lot of artwork on my walls, but I'm trying to spend a couple $1,000s in NFT digital frames now, to put up artwork. And for me personally, there's certain art that I do not like, and then there's art that I do like. I like the Animal Kingdom collection by Komi. That's what brought me into a lot of NFTs, and just because the real look of the animals. At any rate, I'll segue from that and just go into the IRL event, NFT Cabo. Some of you just spoke on, hey, wouldn't it be cool, or also in the Discord, if we could be together at this time, the sold out, blah blah blah. Think about who around you right now in real life you can talk NFTs, crypto, and smart contract technology to. So first of all, at the beginning of the spaces a couple hours ago, I was the one that thanked you guys for the contract. That was amazing. The developers did an amazing job. You did awesome. But just to piggyback on Comey, and just to let you guys know, the Animal Kingdom collection, like, we love supporting real art and real people, and our collectors, our members, we actually came through collectively with a couple hundred mint passes that we own of you guys. So we love your artwork. If you get the chance and you feel like you want to meet up with like-minded artists and like-minded developers, founders, marketers of this NFT space, I highly recommend getting the NFT Cabo, nftcabo.com. You can see that right now. My name is at the bottom, along with 7 other founders and coordinators of the event. One thing that you'll find out when you go to that website is that you actually, if you own a piece of the Animal Kingdom collection, we use the acronym TAC, you get in for free. So you don't have to buy a ticket. Also, there is a link there for under the frequently asked questions of how can I apply to exhibit my art. So for you artists that are talking about all the creativeness that you go through, this would be an opportunity for that. Some of the sponsorship opportunities that I'm talking to, actually the Discord, I'm talking to the group manager for Discord, their national group manager for events. So these are the type of companies that I'm bringing in, and Akomi's bringing in, and Maz is bringing in, and other team members. The dude and all of us are here building this out. This is a real deal thing happening. It is the 24th to 28th of February. And yeah, there's a lot of good items to go through. We have an NFT art walk in Cabo the first night. We'll have keynotes and speakers. Lauren Touton, which had Gary Vee on her podcast, she's already signed up for the event as a speaker. Obviously, there'll be some fun with some pool parties, some workshops. Okomi's rented a very large yacht, and that's for VIPs. So there'll be a lot of investors, a lot of collectors, a lot of some celebrities. I won't say everyone that's going to be there, but this will be an amazing time. And you know, you only live once. If you want to get out and meet like-minded people in real life, please join us. And we're here if you have any questions.
All right. Well, look, really appreciate you coming up. It sounds like you have your work cut out for you getting set up for that last week in February. So we'll definitely talk offline and see how we can get involved. Want to thank Jason and Jesse and Wes and everyone else who came up in the past 30 minutes. I've been talking with the team offline, and most of us have been working nonstop around the clock without sleeping too much. And I think that instead of charging through to 1 a.m. like we usually do, we're gonna call it a night. And we want to thank everyone who helped even a little bit, or you bought NFTs or anything that you've done to help us out up until this point. I want to thank you again. There are going to be some announcements next week once we kind of enter into phase 2, and really cool to share this moment together. Thanks everyone. Have a great night, and lots more rooms and a lot more to do coming soon. So thanks everyone. Have a good night, and congratulations, and thanks to the NFP community, YVR, everyone. Really appreciate you, and have a great night.
Good night, everyone.
Congratulations, Nomad.
Thank you, everybody.
Hi,
Thanks,
everyone.
Conquad.
Thank you, everyone.